Welcome, my friends. Welcome to Touching the Edge. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Drake, and I'm so happy to see you today. I'm happy to see you because I'm focused in connecting with my intent and supporting you in connecting with yours. And I really want to encourage that you just to realize that your intent is really what you are in love with. It is the beloved. When you are in contact with the beloved, you're also in contact with your intent. When you realize that the beloved maybe is your child, it begins to create an orientation for you, which ends up helping you to get through the challenges of life. So I'm encouraging you to be in contact with the beloved. I mean, I originally heard it a great deal in Sufi material. People like Hazrat Khan, who would use that framing of the beloved. The Sufis are the mystical branch of Islam. And so when they would talk about the beloved, they'd be talking about God. And so when you would see the beloved in someone, you would see God shining out of them. When you are in contact with the beloved, what you see shining is that relationship to the sacred. And of course, when you are seeing that shining, like a mirror that reflects the sun, you shine back. So that reflection that's going back and forth is that connection to the sacred. It ends up being a sacred relationship. Now, of course, if you have someone that you used to have a really deep love for that you no longer do, then that love begins to leave that person. That shining is not so effervescent. But we want to recognize that any time that we feel love for someone, that we feel a love for what we feel is sacred within them, and in anything else as well. I mean, when you have a love for painting or singing, you're in love with the sacred element of that process. And so when you're involved with that type of beloved experience, you have an ability to relax, you're able to release, you're able to be at ease. This is part of what happens when we have contact with the beloved. And so I'm encouraging you to recognize that. Recognize that phrase in the people that you are in contact with, how you love them. But be aware that what you love is not the vessel, but the essence that shines out. And find that essence in you. When you are in love with your own heart, your own mission, your own intent, you become the beloved. It becomes an element that connects you to your resilience. Because when you are in contact with your purpose, you become more resilient. You become more effective and more willing to do what needs to be done today. So what is the beloved for you? One of my greatest influences, Neville Goddard, would often describe the people that he was working with as the beloved. What is the beloved for you today? Be in contact with the beloved, and you will find your intent. Let us know what you're doing to be in contact with your true and unbreakable intent. Please let other people know about these circles. Please help other people come to these circles and say what you have to say. If you have a question, someone else is going to have the same question. If you have an expression, it's going to be something that someone else needs to hear. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. This element of the beloved is like the sun. When the sun shines in every direction, like that phrase, sun-kissed. When the sun shines in every direction, every person the sun shines on is the beloved. I bring my hands together to you, my friend. Namaste. Have a wonderful day today.